Most men believe passion begins under the sheets, but here's the truth that may shock you. Intimacy does not start in the bedroom at all. It begins long before that moment. And if you're a man in your 60s or beyond, this truth matters even more. Because at this stage of life, intimacy is no longer about proving yourself. It's about building trust, connection, and leaving her with memories that linger far longer than passion alone. I'm Dr. James, a urologist with over 3 decades of experience helping men reclaim not only their physical health, but also the closeness in their relationships. Over the years, I've seen one thing again and again. Men who understand the language of tenderness create bonds that no pill or quick solution can ever match. Here's the paradox. The greatest sparks of intimacy are not found in the obvious places. In fact, the smallest, most overlooked gestures can carry the most powerful impact. That's why today I'll share with you 3 secret kissing spots, backed by science and practice, that awaken both emotional and physical intimacy in a woman, even if it's been years since she's felt truly desired in this way. Stay with me, because by the end you'll know exactly how to kiss in a way that makes her feel safe, cherished, and deeply connected. If you find this message valuable, I invite you to follow along and stay connected, because I create these lessons especially for men like you who want more than attraction. They want true closeness. And if this content resonates with you, leave me a simple yes in the comments so I know to bring you more. Now, let's begin with the very first spot, the tender nape of her neck. 1. The nape of her neck. There is a quiet magic in the nape of a woman's neck. Just beneath the hairline above the collarbone lies one of the most vulnerable places on her body. When your lips touch this tender spot, you're not simply kissing skin, you're reaching into her emotional memory. Neuroscience has shown that the back of the neck is connected to the limbic system, the part of the brain where feelings and memories live. A slow, intentional kiss here carries the weight of devotion. It tells her without words, I see you, I cherish you, and you are safe with me. For men in their 60s and beyond, this is not about dominance or speed. It's about reverence, patience, and presence, the kind of intimacy younger men often overlook. Most men make the mistake of rushing. They treat the neck as a place of power, but in truth, it is a place of surrender. Imagine brushing her hair gently aside, pausing to let the moment breathe, and then letting your lips linger with tenderness. That single gesture can echo louder than any grand performance, leaving her feeling protected, desired, and deeply connected to you. And when she feels safe in your arms, she will open up in ways that last far beyond the kiss itself. But the nape of the neck is only the beginning. There's another overlooked place, one tied directly to her bonding hormones, where the softest touch can create a wave of trust she'll never forget. 2. Just behind her ear. There is something deeply intimate about the space just behind a woman's ear. It's small, often overlooked, yet it holds a kind of quiet power that can't be matched. When your lips find this tender spot, you step into one of the most private places she keeps close. Think about it. The ear is where secrets are whispered, where laughter is shared in hushed tones, where trust is built through the softest exchanges. A gentle kiss here does more than stir her senses. It actually stimulates the release of oxytocin, the hormone that binds 2 people together, the very chemical that tells her heart she is safe, loved, and deeply connected to you. Done slowly, with patience, it becomes a language of its own, one she will never forget. Most men rush or overlook this place entirely, not realizing how powerful it can be. But for you, this is a chance to awaken something extraordinary without saying a word. Let your lips linger, let your breath warm the skin, and if you choose, whisper something tender, something only meant for her. It's not about being bold, it's about being present. That quiet moment of stillness can wrap her in a warmth that stays with her long after the kiss ends. And when she feels that chosen, that seen, she will crave your closeness again and again. But as powerful as the ear is, there is one place even more subtle, more unexpected that speaks the language of reverence. And once you know it, you'll never see intimacy the same way again. 3. The inner wrist. The inner wrist is one of the quietest yet most profound places you can kiss. At first glance, it may not seem like much, just delicate skin stretched over the gentle rhythm of her pulse. But that's exactly why it carries so much power. When your lips meet this tender spot, you are touching not just her body, but her heartbeat, her energy, her unspoken emotions. Psychology shows that soft contact here awakens the brain's center for empathy and emotional awareness. To her, it feels like reverence, a kind of respect rarely expressed in today's hurried world. It whispers that you notice the little things, that you honor her pace, and that you are present in the moment with her. For a woman, especially later in life, that presence can mean more than any grand gesture of passion. Picture this. You're holding her hand in conversation, perhaps sharing a laugh or a memory. Then you pause, lift her wrist, and press your lips softly against it. That simple act speaks volumes. It tells her she matters not just as a partner, but as a soul worth cherishing. It leaves her feeling treasured in a way that lingers long after the kiss ends. And while the wrist reveals your reverence, there are other places, riskier, more vulnerable, that hold extraordinary power when touched with tenderness. These hidden spots, when discovered with care, can unlock a closeness that goes far beyond the physical, into the very heart of intimacy. 4. Bonus riskier spots. There are places on a woman's body that carry incredible emotional weight, but they require something first: trust. These are not the spots to approach in haste. They are intimate, vulnerable, and often tied to the parts of herself she may feel most self-conscious about. Yet when kissed with patience and tenderness, they can open a door to closeness unlike anything else. Take the hollow of her collarbone, for example. It rests close to her heart, both symbolically and physically. A slow, deliberate kiss there feels less like admiration of her body and more like honoring her essence. It tells her you are connecting with who she is at her core, not just what she looks like. Or consider the inside of her elbow, a place almost no man thinks of. The skin is delicate, rarely touched, and precisely because of that, a kiss there feels electric. It's unexpected, almost secret, and can send shivers up her spine. Then there are her stomach and hip bones. For many women, these are places of vulnerability, places where self-doubt hides. Yet when you kiss them with tenderness instead of hunger, you're telling her, "I love every part of you, even the parts you hide from the world." That kind of reassurance creates intimacy that goes far deeper than desire. And while these spots reveal the depth of your devotion, there's one simple gesture, not a kiss at all, that carries just as much power, and it may be the single most comforting touch a woman can feel. 5. The hand on her lower back. Sometimes the most powerful gesture isn't a kiss at all. It's the gentle, steady placement of your hand on her lower back. This simple touch carries a weight of meaning that words can rarely capture. The lower back is where many women hold tension, where stress and responsibility often settle unseen. When your hand rests there with care, it tells her something she longs to hear but rarely does. You don't have to carry it all alone. In that moment, you become not only her partner, but her shelter, her place of safety, her quiet strength when the world feels heavy. Think back to a slow dance. When your hand rests on her back and she leans into you, that's not choreography. It's trust. It's her body surrendering, knowing she is supported. At our age, these small gestures matter more than any grand display. They speak the language of presence, of reassurance, of devotion. A hand on her back says, "I'm here, I've got you, and you can lean on me anytime." That's why this touch is more than physical. It's emotional medicine, a balm for her heart. And when you combine it with the other places we've explored, you unlock intimacy that is timeless. But before we close, let's bring everything together and discover the true message these gestures carry, a message that defines what lasting connection really means. 6. Conclusion. When it comes to intimacy later in life, it is not speed, performance, or proving yourself that matters. It is presence, patience, and the ability to touch her heart through the smallest gestures. We began with the nape of her neck, that tender place rich in emotional memory, where a slow kiss can make her feel both safe and cherished. Then we moved just behind her ear, where trust is born, where a whisper and a gentle kiss awaken the deep bond of connection. From there, we discovered the inner wrist, the quiet pulse of her being, a place where reverence speaks louder than desire. We did not stop there. We explored the riskier, more vulnerable places, the hollow of her collarbone, the inside of her elbow, even her stomach and hips, areas that require trust but reward with intimacy beyond the physical. And finally, we reached the simplest yet most powerful gesture, the hand on her lower back, that silent promise that you are her anchor, her strength, her safe place to lean. Together, these touches form more than moments of passion. They become messages, each one saying, I see you, I honor you, I choose you. For men in their 60s and beyond, this is what intimacy truly means, and it is never too late to give her this gift. Because when you do, you create memories that linger not just for a night, but for a lifetime. And that, gentlemen, is the essence of lasting connection.